Boom. Ethereal synchronicity 444. What you saying, people? Right, well, let me keep my eye on you. We're talking about Saturn in Aquarius. Yeah, acting all gassed like I'm loving this thing. Let me just tell you straight, yeah, it's had me up already. Straight up and down, it's had me up already, yeah. My phone, check my phone out. Lines on me phone, yeah. Screen ain't working. Gotta find out how to get it fixed, whatever, blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's out of the way. So if you want to know what it does, what it's gonna do, how it can work for you, that's how it may work for you, right? Could be your computer, could be your phone, could be a nice fancy new dangled whatever equipment you got. Something like that could go down. Why am I saying that? Because Saturn deals with restrictions, delays upon other things, mastery, grounding things, bringing them to reality. Now when you talk about grounding things, this thing hit the ground, yeah. Now the amount of times that things hit the ground, so many, but like the way it's got the case on it and that, it's generally live. Today, not the case. Not the no pun intended, not the case, you know. Or maybe it was the case in this case then. But anyway, what am I looking at on the screen? I've got a chart on the screen of when Saturn exactly went into Aquarius. So about a minute or so after. So 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, Saturn pops into the 11th sign in the zodiac. So first sign Aries, second sign Taurus, you go all the way around. You've got 12 signs that correspond with 12 months of the year. And the sun, so for people who have an Aquarius birthday, yeah, you're talking January the 20th, 21st, through to about February the 19th, 18th, 19th, 20th, right? So the reason why that's significant is the people who are actually born in the January Aquarius, they're having Saturn come over their sun. Now, I guess, yeah, I'm doing alright with this. Saturn coming over your sun, right, if you're an early Aquarius. I mean, what's opposite Aquarius? Leo. Saturn opposite your sun, but I'll get to that in a second. But Saturn coming over your sun. In fact, you know what? Let Rob Han do his biz, yeah? But like, your sun represents your energy, your life force, your identity, who you are. I'm looking for one of my many manuals. Like, you can see my little library, but like, obviously because I'm reading stuff, it gets about... Oh, that's composite. Oh, that's it. Don't know why I'm looking for it and thinking it's a different colour. Robert Hand, yeah, classic astrology book. In fact, let me show you properly. Robert Hand, Planets in Transit, yeah. This book's from like, well, not this particular thing in my hand. I think he wrote this. It's magnum opus in 1976. And it kind of gives you a little, well, most of the planets anyway, at that point in time. Gives you a little description of what happens when certain planets meet certain planets. Now, you can use this for about transits, as I'm talking about now, but you can also use it for like natal charts because it does have a similar effect, essentially. Here we go, Sun conjunct Saturn. Give you a little taste. When you go onto the internet, by the way, right, chances are the descriptions that you find, the basic ones or the basics of them, will start probably off Rob Hand and then kind of like spiral off, and so many people have done their own. I'm just going to go to this standard textbook one. On this day, you will turn your attention to your duties and responsibilities, also Saturn, to those tasks that you may not want to do but feel that you must in order to fulfill your obligations to others. These duties may be more imagined than real, but unfortunately they are often real. Saturn brings reality to all situations. Ouch, taskmaster. One element of the mastery, like again of Saturn, of life is to be able to tell which are real and which are not. Many people assume that the demands of Saturn will deny you satisfaction and gratification today, but this isn't necessarily so. In fact, what you accomplish today may have more lasting significance than could be attained under any other energy. Professional advancement may come under this transit. At the very least, you will become more most concerned with this dimension of your life. This transit often brings new responsibilities or reminds you of unfinished matters from the past that have to be finished now. So I mean, Sun Saturn people, which are people born with the sun by their Saturn, yeah, that's why they kind of really work hard, because they kind of always have this on their mind. People who are now born, well, basically, sorry, born under the early Aquarius, so January 20th, 21st, 22nd, they are going to feel this in their life. That's most, well, not most likely, they're going to. I know this well enough by now. The thing about inner planets, yeah, is they move really fast and they act really personal to any individual. But the thing about outer planets is, as much as people say they're impersonal and they don't have such an effect, yeah, it's a myth. Absolute myth. Yeah? Oh, outer planets don't have no myth. Myth. But yeah, between me and you anyway, everyone's got to have their own ideas about how these things work, right? But what I tell you about outer planet, right? Its forces are so potent, and it generally relates to the things outside of you, yeah, namely outer, right? Because the thing about astrology, it's all reflections of the inner psyche and how it reflects into the outer world, and so many psychological, physical levels and philosophical levels you could take this to. But when you're talking about outer planets, right, you're talking about the government, the police, the law, the bigger powers, yeah, the bigger authorities and schemes. In fact, yeah, Saturn deals a lot with authorities, right? So if you're not in yourself regulating yourself, you get regulated. Yeah, Saturn's a regulator of all regulators. It's actually mad, because I was talking about Michael McDonald, who is the basis of the sample from Regulate, Warren G and Nate Dogg. But yeah, Saturn coming to Aquarius, yeah, has regulated the people, and now you're all in gaff, in yard. So deal with it, yeah. What did Saturn bring to me last time it come to Aquarius? Well, that was a very long time ago. Showing my age. Because I'm old enough to remember the whole transit. I actually asked my mum about it yesterday, I think. And it's a strange thing, man, because I feel like that's a hazy time in her life. She's like, she always blanks out when I ask her about them younger years in my life. But you could ask her about younger years in her life, she'd be very clear on them. But those younger years in my life, woo! Like, and I've got to a point now where it's like so much RAM, cache. It's like the flashbacks that I get at times, it's like I forgot that I remembered that, I forgot that I remembered that, I remembered that, I forgot some of the things that I know. But that's probably when I started reading little bits and pieces about astrology, believe it or not. So it's funny how things go full circle, which is the irony, because we're talking about Saturn, we're talking about all these years ago, and since then Saturn's on a full circle, and now I'm sitting here talking to you about astrology on a professional level from my point of view. What is it? The man, yeah, with one eye is king in the land of the blind. So what I'm really trying to say there, right, is that I'm forever a student in this thing, and to anybody who doesn't know anything, I am probably an expert and quite high up in this. And to people who do really know the stuff, like, yeah, I'm just a student, and everyone's a student at some point in their life and will remain a student. And even the top guys who understand that they're at the top of anything are students in, even if but this is the whole thing, you're going to have with a deficit. If you're the master in one field, you're going to be a student in all these other fields. And if you're the jack of all trades, then you meet the master of anything and you're a student in every field. So what you gonna do? And the irony lies in my own birth chart, so it's something that I live with and I could tell you all about. But I'm just having a little look at this chart. In fact, let me throw to the real-time chart. Keep it kicking. So right, let's just check. That's right, yeah, right in the here and now. Boom. Bang, with it, Capricorn. Keep it all business. It's just about to wrap it up, and that says it all. Saturn's sign, main home boss sign, Capricorn on the ascendant. That's saying chop, cut, done here. The sun's just past Lilith and it's on its way to Chiron. Venus is in Taurus on the 18th degree, going towards the 19th degree. So this is calmly in Taurus, making a nice trine with Jupiter, Mars, Pluto. We'll say a nice trine, it's a smooth alignment. A trine with Venus and Mars. That's relatively positive. Pluto and Venus and Mars, yeah. So Venus and Pluto, Venus and Jupiter as well. And then I guess like, yeah, it's past the sweet point of Venus and Saturn making a trine. About 12 degrees now out of orb. Oh, so you've got on the top of the midheaven, you've got Scorpio as well. Talk about finish things up, wrapping it up. So, yeah. Oh, I meant to say, right, so we've got a lot of people indoors. They're not sure what to do, what the next step's going to be. Maybe your life's gone upside down. Maybe you do not have employment. Maybe you do have employment. What I'm going to do is throw up a special offer for anybody that emails me, and I will basically look after you because I understand what it is right now. You may or may not have children to be looking after, and, you know, all these other things that you got to deal with, family members, work. You don't know where you're going to take your next step forward. Well, the great thing about astrology is, regardless of any situation that's pretty much going on, it kind of ties in right into the relativity of life and where you're at in any given time. So yeah, I'm looking to throw like out the low offers because I know people ain't really balling out here. Spent all the money on toilet roll or some madness in it. Can't even go into the supermarket and buy nothing. Out there, backside, I've not managed to talk about backside. No pun intended. You gotta make yourself laugh, yeah, otherwise you go and cry. So I'm not even sure if I mentioned, yeah, so last time Saturn come into Aquarius, I got a my first games console, a Nintendo Entertainment System, aka a NES, yeah, off my pops. Shout out pops, you need to watch my video. There you go, you got your shout out. And yeah, I guess the thing about it really and truly is it kept me indoors differently. Like that's the thing about them years. So I asked my mum about them years and I kind of forget about them years. But remembering back now, I got my first game console. So did I get my Game Boy first? Uncle got me a Game Boy. These were like the blessed times. Uncle got me a Game Boy. Got a few games with that. Got them for about a year, 2 years. You know how that goes. But yeah, I feel like not too long after that, Dad got me the NES. And then, you know, come King of the Brooklyn Plumber and his brother, Mario and Luigi. And then, yeah, we had Zelda, Donkey Kong, those kind of things going on. Say we, me. Yeah, it weren't until later we got another computer. But that was like after the Saturn and Aquarius situation. But the point being, I got serious about playing games, I guess, compared to before that. But yeah, there you go. So Saturn's about accomplishment and achieving, and at that time there, if you were to actually ask like my peeps, my cousin, all that, yeah, I was pretty decent on the old computer because I spent a lot of time inside on the console back then. Around that time, I'd moved away from the block that I used to live on. Kind of lived in the main road setup, kind of like, you know, how can we put it, near dual carriageway and those kind of things. And yeah, like I had to spend a lot more time indoors until I got a bit bigger to manage how to cross these roads and these highways that I lived around at the time. So yeah, Saturn in Aquarius. There's much more I could say about it. There's much more that I have said about it, but then I had to do another take because the technology. In fact, you know what, right? Let me mention this. So try to fix this, yeah. Try to download the stuff onto there. Won't work. Can't touch the screen. It's telling me I need to touch the screen to do it. So got a little handset, yeah. I tried to upgrade that, right, through this computer, which actually had to upgrade itself, and that took like ages to do, yeah. And then I tried to upgrade this, yeah. This is saying that this don't recognize. Oh my word! When I am telling you the level of chaos this thing causes, right? I know how your life can go to shreds through, well, basically not having. I don't even know what to say, man. It's not even a matter of not even having it backed up. It's like, even if I could back this up, I can't get it on there, and I can't get it off here, and wings. Red Bull gives you wings, and I'm gonna need some wings to get through this, yeah. So anyway, like I said, get me, hit me up in the inbox, esync444, Twitter, Instagram. Can't even get on my Twitter, yeah, or my Instagram because my phone's just like, yo. So like, yeah, like add me and all that, but I can't even get on there right now. It's pressure. I think I might be able to get on there through the laptop. Oh yeah. I got a Cash App, right? So if anybody wants to like feel like good to hook me up and help me out in these times, because we all need that love, yeah. I think it's cash.app slash pound sign esync444, yeah. So that's esync444. But that's cash.app / pound sign, yeah. Pound sign being our pound GB GBP, Great British Pound, right? And then they said GDP, which is gross domestic product. So that's some what's the word? Economy words, terminology. But yeah, so said it again. Cash.app / pound sign esync444. Like, throw in a few dollars for a bro. Yeah, let me get this phone sorted out. Also stay online with your people. Right, yo, I'm gonna do this out, man. Just having fun here, just having giggles. Hopefully this don't take too long. Can't even get my words out right now, man. Just fumbling. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to upload, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, and it's the original Aretha Franklin's birthday today. So shout out to the Queen of Soul. Might do deuces.